Okay, and now short show and tell. So Mike.
My husband.
Okay, Lori's husband has been working for the past few days on this small section of what seemed like a plaster floor or a lime floor, which was just appeared in the section, and working very, very carefully. And it was worthwhile because today, eventually, and we were all the time looking for finds to date that floor that just appears in a tiny section. So today, eventually, he found this tiny vessel, which is some sort of it's a juglet of, let's say, Herodian period, 1st century, up to the destruction. Very gentle, probably for precious liquids like perfumes or expensive oil or something like that. So this is a nice, cool find, and finding it on the floor where we didn't manage to find any coin is very important to date it. So we'll pass it through, but before we pass it through, I just wanted to show you the bases of two other kinds of juglets that were found right nearby and show us very nicely the development from earlier to later. So you can hardly understand what this is, and with my drawing skills I'm afraid you won't understand much better, but it's called an ungentarium. It's a Greek name for like an oil vessel. Like ungent is like oil. It has like a disc shape and then a very narrow leg, and then it opens up into the vessel itself, and again closes in the neck. So I know you have to work with the imagination with this drawing, but in any case, this is a mark of the Hellenistic period, very clear Hellenistic, or up to the Hasmonean and let's say scratching Herod or something like that, late 1st century BCE by the latest, and in the 1st century or the late 1st century BCE, they're replaced with these kinds. Okay, the ones without a leg at all. Okay, just flat base. Okay, standing like this. So, and they came right nearby to each other. And we have another one of this type, but this is, you see, it's painted. It's probably imported. Okay, this is local. We know these as local production, and these are probably imported. So we have Hellenistic, Hasmonean, maybe early Herodian, and then early Roman period. So I'm going to pass this through you, through Tommy. And what we're going to do now, we'll start our end of the week tour. We'll start this time in Area E.
Hey,
just reminding.
What about this?
Oh, the most important stuff.
Okay, now who found it?
Eva.
Okay, Eva.
You get another week for as a reward.
Okay, so this is what you need to find. Okay. So this is a piece of limestone, but you can see that it's nicely worked. And actually, it's very hard to explain, but this is part of a cornice. Okay, so in Greek architecture, Greek and Roman architecture, we have the columns. The columns have mostly, like most columns have bases, they have capitals, but above the columns we have an architrave, which is the beam that connects one column to another. Above the architrave we have the frieze, which is the part that is the most, nicely decorated. And then at the top we have a cornice which projects a little bit forward and protects the facade of the structure. So this is part of the cornice. You should have tried to find a bigger piece, not so much damaged. But maybe you can imagine that we have here eggs and darts. So this is a very common type of decoration on architectural fragments. And on top, this is the most top part of the cornice, where you have normally acanthus leaves or palmettes that decorate the topmost part of the cornice. So this is like a Corinthian cornice, and the style and type of carving is early Roman. So this is Herodian, might be from our monumental building. So hopefully more to come. And larger pieces, please, next time. Okay.
Okay.